council members, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and address on specific buildings. Closing the audience commission for the Francis Council. What are the wishes of council? Second. There's a motion and a second. Motion by Vito, second by Donna. Roll call, please.
Agency member Ron,
Yes.
agency member Avila,
Yes.
agency member Rios,
Yes.
vice chairperson Hurtado,
Yes.
and chairperson Abbott.
Yes. So at this point, we're going to adjourn our successor agency. There is a second.
I'm sorry, no motion.
I motion to adjourn. And there's a second. Thank you. So now we are closing successor agency. Look at that. Right on time. Right on time. All righty, welcome to all the members of the community that are here in council chambers and those that are on Zoom. Welcome to the Southgate City Council meeting, special meeting for Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. It is now 5:31. Madam City Clerk, would you please call roll?
Mayor Avalos, present. Vice chairperson Hurtado,
Present.
councilmember Barron,
Present.
councilmember Avila, councilmember Rios,
Present.
city clerk please excuse, city treasurer de la Paz,
Present.
city manager Houston,
Present.
and city attorney Salinas.
Present.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Would you please read item number one?
Item number one, the city council will present a certificate of appreciation to teacher Paul Goodwinio in recognition of his outstanding advanced placement pass rates in calculus and B.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. And reading that certificate is Councilmember Donna.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It is my pleasure and honor to present a certificate of recognition for an outstanding, I want to thank Mr. Gonzalez from Southgate High School for bringing this to my attention. And I would like, once I read this certificate, I would like to ask Mr. Gonzalez to come up and give us a little brief of what this amazing teachers have been doing with our students here at Southgate High School. So this certificate appreciation is presented by the Southgate City Council on behalf of the citizens of Southgate to Paul Burgenio in recognition of your outstanding advanced placement pass rates in calculus AB. Thank you for your time and development in developing Southgate High School scholars and supporting them in a higher education with high expectations. If I can have Mr. Paul Burgenio, but also Mr. Gonzalez, because I see him here, to please come up. Thank you. So let's give him a round.
I didn't know I was going to speak. This is the limelight for them. I do have a special request. I know we're trying to move the meeting really quick, but I do have my broadcast team, and if we want to, memorialize this. I think we're talking about a time capsule, right? About things that we want to do in video. Do you mind if I have my team? I have a couple of my fabulous students here as well. And I also want to recognize my students who are at the back supporting our teachers. So if they can stand by my speakers also. So I'm going to say this real briefly because I think one of the things that we want to recognize, I sit in these meetings with you. This is my 6th year at Southgate High School. You always look at the impact that teachers do for our kids, right? And the decisions that you make within our community. One of the bigger things that we always look at is the young men that are going to replace you and young ladies that are going to replace you in those seats one day. That are going to come back into their community and decide how the monies are trusted into their city and also the things that they're going to do for our city to continue to move it forward. Southgate is a great community. I moved to Huntington Park, across the street to Southgate, went to Southgate Middle School, went to Bell High School, but also I had the than look sometimes. So that as an instructional leader here at Southgate. And I know many of you, including coaches, probably I'm a coach because they've come this hours of experience. And Mr. Rio said, well, because the innovative things that we're looking at to bring ELAC also on our campus to provide our students that opportunity. But you can never forget that one meaningful person in your life that's an educator, right? You have good educators and you have educators that really, really take it to the next level. The kids are here because they're supporting that, and I just wanted to make sure that these three individuals, and there's countless individuals at our school, but sometimes we fail to recognize them because we always want to celebrate our kids, which they always should be, but at the same time, there's a person behind their success. So today, Pablo Genio, Edward Morena, and Mr. Lauren, I know a couple of my other teachers here as well that went to another school, but I couldn't honor them because they went to another school, which is not in the Southgate community.
It's the same district, it's the same.
Right, exactly. But it is Southgate, so we have to represent. But Mr. Brigado, if he wants to say a couple of minutes, that's okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys, I don't have much to say. Thank you.
It's down to the we can take one final picture with all three educators that are here, along with Mr. Gonzalez. All right, you want to go ahead and item number 2?
Item number 2, the city council will present a certificate of appreciation to Edwin Moralina, and recognition of his outstanding advanced placement pass rates in calculus AB and calculus PC.
Thank you, Edward, for being here and for all the good work both of you are doing at the high school and championing our students, you know, getting them to excel academically. So, all right, at least I will take the certificate of presented by the City of Southgate Council on behalf of the citizens of Southgate, Edwin Morena, pronounce it. Okay. In recognition of your outstanding advanced pass rates in calculus AB and calculus BC, thank you for your time and devotion to developing Southgate High scholars and supporting them in higher education with high expectations. On behalf of Mayor Del Pilar Alvarez.
Mr. Morales? Thank you.
Usually pretty quiet, but I feel like today I kind of have to. I've been teaching in Southgate. This is my 19th year. So my entire career has been spent in the Southgate community. I taught 5 years at the middle school, and this is my 14th year at the high school. It's my right, usually is. But I think more than anything, I came to this community, this school, just because I want to make an impact on the Latino community and kind of help our students succeed. And you know, with the right support and sometimes a little bit tough love, I'm sure they're going to tell you about that. They can succeed and they can make it to Berkeley, they can make it to UCLA, they can make it to Stanford. They just have to see what's possible and what they can do with hard work. That's why I know there's a lot of years that can be a great
But I will say to both of you, I never made it to calculus. But those of you that are in the back, that have been able to take the classes and pass them, you will definitely excel in mathematics in any university. Because I know that they put their heart in educating them. And when they talk about tough love, sometimes that's what we need to push us to want to be better citizens and make a better version of yourselves. We have that ability. And as an educator, I have gone to both of you because it takes a special individual to be able to teach mathematics, especially as complex as calculus. So thank you.
Item number 3, the city council.
Madam Mayor, real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say, I know how tough it is
tell you, it's a little bit of bragging, but I was a junior at Norfolk High School taking calculus, and I became a teacher's aide to someone you all should know, which is Jaime Escalante, back in 1977, 1978. And I gotta tell you, he will always be my favorite teacher. I had a lot of amazing people, and I can tell you that when time passes, those of you that are teaching this, you're probably gonna be your favorite teacher because it's not an easy thing to do. Calculus is very difficult, but when you make it fun, it gets much easier. So congratulations for the recognition.
Item number 3, the city council will present a certificate of appreciation to Rebecca Gavar in recognition of your outstanding advanced placement class grades in Spanish language and culture and in Spanish literature and culture.
Thank you. Certificate of appreciation presented by the South Bend City Council on behalf of the citizens of South Bend to Rebecca Gavar. In recognition of your outstanding advanced placement pass grades in Spanish language and culture and in Spanish literature and culture. Thank you for your time and devotion in developing South Bend High scholars, South Bend High School scholars, and supporting them in higher education with high expectations. And I know sometimes we think Spanish, oh, it's easy, but I'm sure that Ms. Gavar is not easy because there's a lot to learn about our own culture. So Mr. Gavar, if you could please stand and enlighten us with some of your kind words.
I've been teaching for 32 years, and the reason I became a teacher is because I love, since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be a teacher. But I chose Spanish because, especially to teach Spanish, because I grew up in Huntington Park and in Southgate, so I'm from this area. And so I wanted my students to appreciate their language, because sometimes they come in without wanting to speak it. So by the end, they appreciate, especially the literature. They just learned the English literature, but by the time they're finished with the Spanish literature, they appreciate it, and they even said other kids miss it, that we also now are, our great literature. That is not only in English, but yeah, so thank you so much.
I just want to acknowledge one of our district's representatives who is here, Mr. Mariaso, who would like to say some words. Your educators.
Thank you, Mayor Ramos. First of all, I want to give another big hand to these amazing educators, these teachers. I'm part of Board Member Jack Goldberg's staff, and I'm here representing her. Just to say thank you for your work, your hard work. I was actually a teacher at South High for 18 years myself. But thank you for your dedication to our students. I know for Mr. Morales' class and Mr. Brugueto's class, kids would sometimes say, oh my God, it's so hard, but they would stay with it. And that's what it's really about. It's about that persistence and determination. And Mr. Toban, thank you for making certain that we are proud of our culture, and we are proud of our language. That's something that enriches us. I think one of the things that has changed over time is we've come to accept how important it is to be bilingual and to be bicultural, and we're celebrating that now, unlike how we've ever done before. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you again, Mayor Ramos, for this opportunity, and keep on doing it for our students, everyone. Thank you.
I'd like to invite the students, if you guys can stand over here behind us, so you guys can be part of the picture, because you guys are part of their success as well. Come on down, please.
Item number 4, the city council will extend proclamation to Benny Timoteo in recognition of his 34.5 years of service to the city of South Bay.
Here, I have the pleasure of reading his proclamation that he will be receiving. Presented to Vilela Vinny Timoteo in recognition of his 34.5 years of service to the city of South Bay. Whereas in 1989, Vinny was hired as an accountant with the finance department, where he served for 34.5 years. And whereas in 2007, he was reclassified to senior accountant. And whereas Vinny has served as a primary accountant for capital improvement projects, grants, and special funds, completing the financial status reports for submission under the Single Audit Act. And whereas Vinny has received the Employee of the Year Award, Certificate of Achievement and Excellence by HUD Fiscal Reporting Award, and a Certificate of Advancement in Accounting and Audit. And whereas Vinny was seen as a gentle giant, diligent in his work, reliable and steady as you work behind the scenes, keeping the city's finances. Whereas although we need to quiet demeanor, kept it away, but the money, his work was instrumental in the finance department. Later, we named the Department of Administrative Services, receiving various awards for excellence in financial reporting and budgeting. And whereas employees will miss his kind smile and humble personality, which made everyone feel comfortable and at ease working with her, and whereas Southgate residents and employees had the pleasure and benefit of working with this esteemed professional, and wished him the very best in his much deserved retirement. December 2023. I'm Margarita Garabalos, Mayor for the City of Southgate, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Southgate, do hereby recognize Amy Timoteo and duly thank him for his 34.5 years of dedicated service to the city of Southgate. But more importantly is that knowledge and someone granted to be able to look at the numbers and figure them out. Because when it comes to finances, sometimes it's a real difficult task that you never even think you're able to do. So that was a blessing that the city of Southgate was blessed with, and it will definitely be missed. You can always come back. I'm on a part-time basis. But again, a very well-deserved retirement. Thank you. You want to turn on the microphone? Yes.
Madam Mayor, all of us, and member of the council, City of Southgate, directors, staff, and of course, my fellow county employees, in the back right there. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for this recognition. I certainly am, grateful for all the experiences, friends that I made here, and grateful for the learning, and I'm sharing time, with fellow employees. This is my second home to the faculty, and I'm grateful for that. So I can express my gratitude for all of you, for the wonderful and great city. And I'm grateful for all the things that I experienced, and I will take that from these memories. And I want to thank my director, Winnie, and also my fellow employees in the back there for their support and recognizing me as one of the core members of the I'm grateful for all of the opportunities that I have to work with society. Thank you.
And Madam Mayor, while you come down here to take a picture, if I can just, after 34.5 years, Vinny, I only beat you here by a couple months. I think they should retire 4, 6, 7 out of the phone thing. Yeah. That only Vinny Timoteo, and that was the only person you would never call with that number. He kept my grants alive a lot of times. He called me constantly and said, Steve, you have to spend your Prop A money. We talked to each other probably years worth of time over all these years. And I want to thank you for all of your help, all of your love, all of your time here. Thank you, Vinny. You were great. Come on in.
Madam Mayor, can I say something about Mr. Timoteo?
Thank you for your dedicated service to the city of Southgate and the residents. And, you know, we receive recognition for our financial, and I think it has a lot to do with you, for our finances and everything else. So thank you for all the good work and keeping us out of trouble. And that's important. So we're really going to miss you, and I'm sure that your whole family's going to miss you back there. So once again, thank you for your dedicated, honorable service to the city of Southgate.
Vinny actually helped me a lot when I first started here with our CDBG and home funds, and I know that he really protected the city and took care of our funds. So thank you so much, Vinny, for all your help.
Thank you.
Mayor, I was gonna hold.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
feel like I now need to say something. I did prepare something for Vinny, so I worked with Vinny for about a year and 5 months, and although it was a short period of time, he's always been very warm and welcoming to me. I've asked him numerous why questions, and he's been very patient with me and answering every single question. And I can only imagine how many other deputy directors and directors that you work with being patient with each and every one of them as well. So I can speak on for behalf of the staff and the team. We are definitely going to miss him. You're absolutely right, Councilmember Rios. He has been very instrumental in our financials and our numbers and making sure a lot of us directors, and at the time when I was a deputy, knew the financials and really understood the history. So he's given that and left that with us as well. But I also want to say that I'm very happy for him. He gets to take this time to spend with his family, his grandchild, and then I also heard that he has a very mean fadeaway jump shot, so he gets to just perfect his basketball skills as well. He's going to seriously be missed.
Madam Mayor and Council, I've worked with Vinny probably since 2004, right around that time, working with the asset forfeiture program and the grants. And I don't think we're just losing a seasoned employee that understands the finances. You're losing a really good person. Vinny's very kind-hearted. He's always been a very respectful individual. He is highly respected in the small community, and I know that he's taking a vacation back there. I wish you nothing but the best, Vinny. We are not losing just an employee, we're losing a really good person, and that's what's going to be missed. I don't think you'll ever be able to be replaced, but congratulations.
Yes.
I'm just hoping that my 1 year of being an auditor wasn't the cause of being again, when I see, our family come together to honor something like this, it reminds me of why the city is so great. So really, thank you all for being here for him. Thank you all for helping us remember how great our Southgate family is. Really enjoy it, and thank you guys all for being here to honor him. Thank you guys.
Enjoy your retirement. And please travel. Hopefully you will. Okay. With that, we're going to go ahead and move on into closed session. And one closed session, content review of conflict and litigation, pursuant to open closed session. Article 9 versus 158, Article 9 by 429. We have Luis Pereira versus City of Southgate, County of Los Angeles, et al. Thank you. So at this time, I'd like to open the three messages. So we can address this by this specific case. No. Council chambers, if there's any questions on the specific item. Seeing none, we can move on to this portion. So at this time, we're going to operate a closed session at 6 o'clock. This item should not take very long, so we'll be able to shut down. Next, we are all back from closed session. City attorney.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. The city council met in closed session to discuss the case of pending litigation, Beatriz Sedano versus the City of Southgate. This is a lawsuit filed against the city based on an alleged fall that occurred on one of the city streets in the area of Main Street, the city of Southgate. The city received a representation by the city attorney, completion representation by the city attorney's office. Defend the lawsuit, motion made by Vice Mayor Ricardo, seconded by Mayor Avalos. The vote there was 5-0.
Thank you, city attorney. So at this point, we're opening to members of the audience that are on Zoom that have any questions on closed session item 1A. None? Seeing none, closing the portion, bringing it into council chambers. If there's any members of the public that have any questions on items 1A, you can go ahead and come to the podium. Seeing none, I'm closing the audience portion of it. Moving back to council. We've already reported on it? Right? We've already reported on it. All right. So at this point, is there a motion to adjourn our special council meeting? Second. All righty. So we adjourn at 6:10. So I want to welcome everyone that's on Zoom and the members of the public that are here in council chambers. Welcome to our Southgate City Council special joint meeting agenda for Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. It is now 6:11. Madam City Clerk, please call roll.
Mayor Chairperson Avalos,
Present.
Vice Mayor, Vice Chairperson Ricardo,
Present.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Earl,
Present.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Varela,
Present.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Rios, City Attorney Authority Council Salinas,
Present.
City Treasurer Sigalabas, City Clerk Blaze is excused, City Manager Executive Director Houston,
Present.
Director of Community Development Secretary Benita.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Calling the meeting into the record, item number 1.
Item number 1, the city council will consider reorganizing the council by nominating and selecting a new mayor and new vice mayor for a 1-year term. The selection will be ratified by the majority vote of the city council and P. Authorizing the oaths of office to be administered to the newly selected mayor and vice mayor. 2, the Southgate Housing Authority will consider reorganizing the Southgate Housing Authority by nominating and selecting a new chair and new vice chair for a 1-year term. The selection will be ratified by a majority vote of the Southgate Housing Authority. 3, the successor agency to the Community Development Commission of the City of Southgate will consider reorganizing the successor agency to the Community Development Commission of the City of Southgate by nominating and selecting a new chair and new vice chair for a 1-year term. The selection will be ratified by a majority vote of the successor agency to the Community Development Commission. 4, the Southgate Utility Authority will consider reorganizing the Southgate Utility Authority by nominating and selecting a new chair and new vice chair for a 1-year term. The selection will be ratified by a majority vote of the Southgate Utility Authority. 5, the Southgate Finance Authority will consider reorganizing the Southgate Finance Authority by nominating and selecting a new chair and new vice chair for a 1-year term. The selection will be ratified by a majority vote of the Southgate Finance Authority. And 6, the Southgate Public Access Corporation will consider reorganizing the Southgate Public Access Corporation by nominating and selecting a new chair and new vice chair for a 1-year term. The selection will be ratified by a majority vote of the Southgate Public Access Corporation.
Madam City Clerk. City Manager.
I believe you can commence. I don't.
Perfect, just want to make sure. So at this point, I'd like to open it up for nominations for a 1-year term. Item number
Madam Mayor, if I may, I'd like to have the honor of nominating a good friend, coach, and a person that I've looked up to for a long time. And I'm honored to be able to ask the nominee, Bill Tyler.
Thank you, City Attorney, for keeping me in our. So at this point, I will open it up to any members of the audience that are on Zoom. I wish to address this council on the nomination for them.
Mr. Dominguez?
Go ahead, Mr. Dominguez. Unmute, Mr. Dominguez.
Hello.
Okay, we're ready now.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know what the council member or Tyler's gonna do to manage these two motherfuckers that are running around on Facebook. And one of them, Mr. Mussolini, he has that Spotify account where he's just, shooting his mouth off, talking all this shit about the council members, making up all these allegations about they're being crooked and corrupt, and they're killing us with our water, poisoning our water. I don't know how you're gonna manage these two bastards. All they do is, bring all this negativity to our council meetings. And I don't know, Mr. Salinas, it's possible to ban residents from participating and just have them submit emails. Just have them submit emails, but look, you're gonna participate in these council meetings, you're gonna have to just start submitting emails, because we're not gonna acknowledge you and allow you to speak in public. Because this is absurd now that, and we all know this is what we do. We just go on, we just show up for our meetings, we just tell all these lies, and make shit up. And also, by the way, as we all know, there's a meeting this Thursday.
All right, Mr. Dominguez, I have to interrupt you. The motion here is limited to the subject matter of being vice mayor. I would ask you to limit your comments.
Problem is, is how to deal with these two bastards that live talking shit, making shit up about the council members. That's what I'm trying to bring to the attention of the council members. And you guys need to shut these two motherfuckers down. Yeah. And I'm gonna say there's a meeting at the auditorium this Thursday, Mr. Salinas. And, I see Mr. Mussolini there. I want to track the hell out of him. Just gonna berate him the same way he did to the council members on the June 26th and 27th meeting. We all know what the shit that he did of bringing those goons to our proceedings. So he's gonna get some of that treatment at Thursday's meeting. I see his chump ass. All right, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dominguez.
Madam Mayor, I just want to remind our speakers that we do have young children. And while the First Amendment allows the speakers to comment in the manner that they see fit, we do ask all of our speakers to keep in mind. We do have young children in the audience listening in and on video, and so we caution to please limit the kind of words that they're using under those. Thank you, Madam.
Mr. Buckley?
Go ahead, Mr. Buckley.
Again, I'm disappointed. We saw this happen when Councilmember Vinicius was taking the opportunity to she was skipped over. There was a South Case issue, and she was skipped over. And I believe it was that meeting that the public was not invited to speak. The council had already decided. And again, also, I hope you know this. This is difficult. It goes against California Government Code, Section 54954.3A. The Grant Act requires the legislative body of all of you, the Washington Park Council members there, to allow members of the public to comment on any item on the agenda. You're supposed to do that before the body's consideration of that item. And you almost feel a collective concurrence, which would have been violation of 54952.2B. So, I think there was a complaint made to the district attorney on that one that was mentioned. I don't know if it's true and correct or not, but it's disappointing. And you guys, at the very, thank you all for stepping in at the very, it has been up to $11 there, because I thought we're not going to read it, for the community, so that we get a fair share of, assets, a fair share of the budget. And it's illegal, what we were about to do. So thankfully, we should all thank the city attorney for that. That's all. Thank you.
Seeing none, closing this portion of it, bringing it back to council chambers, if there's any members of the public that wish to address this body on the nomination for leadership. You may go ahead and speak now.
Good evening, council. My name is Lisa Grace. I'm a resident here. I live on Kaufman. And I just wanted to say that I definitely commend this nomination. Gil has been a very supportive member of our community. I really admire, after living here since 2006, seeing him actively respond to residents online, on all forums, always addressing residents' concerns. Even when he wasn't on council, he always went out of his way to help folks. And I really admired that. I grew up in the neighboring city of Park, and I didn't always agree with a lot of the decisions of council during my youth, in the early 2000s, but I've come to realize that you can't always agree with, the folks that lead the city, but you can recognize that the decisions they make, they do on their belief of what's best for the city. And one thing I wanted to say was that during the pandemic, I saw the need to reach out to council members, and I know a lot of us remember the feuds that, some of them, I'm sure, just brought up by the previous speaker. And I personally reached out to both Gil and Denise at the time, and Gil was the person who responded and said, yeah, we need to work together during this time. We need to put our differences aside. I agree with you. And he followed through. And, during, that was, everybody remembers that was a very tumultuous time. And that really made me admire you, Gil, a lot more. Be able to put your differences aside and do what's best for our community and really push us through a very hard time. Really make sure that, that residents in our city got food, assistance, and to me that meant a lot. And because of that, I really do look forward to seeing this next year as you guys are our mayor. So I really hope we should pass. I don't think you have, enemies and wasn't any enemies this year. It's a good time. Thank you.
My name is Myra Castaneda. I'm also a resident of Southgate over on Taft Avenue. And let me just say, this constant repeat of what happened with Denise and Denise, if there was any legalities, this would have already taken care of. So let's move on, let's move forward. We need a city to move forward. We just got past COVID, we're moving on. So I am proud to say that I also support, Joshua Barron nominating Gil Hurtado. You've been here for our community for a very long time, for our youth, for their healthcare workers over at St. Francis Medical Center, just like Joshua Barron and Maria. I can sit here and name a list of items that you've been supporting to the community. and the surrounding cities as well. And that's important to build a communication, a connection, a network with the cities around, and you've done that. And so I just want to say I'm very proud for everything you've done, and I'm glad that soon you will be the mayor of South. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much for allowing me to say something. My pastor here in the city of South Lake for 35 years. And I want to see something not from mine, but what I want to say, when I say it, because I like to everybody everything that I'm going to say. You know, soy un pastor por la en la ciudad.
I am a pastor here in the city
For
35 years.
35 años, y siempre he estado, siempre desde que comencé, me ha gustado
Ever since I started, I have applied to be to work with the community.
he conocido muchos jefes de la policía,
I have learned a lot of chiefs of police.
tenemos hoy, he trabajado con otros,
We listen to the one we have today.
he trabajado contigo,
I have worked with you.
Guido Hurtado,
and
Dávila, y los demás.
all the others.
La razón es porque
The reason is because
la ciudad siempre ha apoyado las iglesias en acción.
the city has always supported all the churches.
Y eso es muy importante porque
That is very important.
si algo o alguien quiere trabajar de veras
If someone really wants to work
alineado
in
con el
alignment
plan de Dios,
with God's plan,
es seguro que hay que tomar en cuenta a Dios.
we have to take into account God.
Cuando las concejales o los líderes de la ciudad trabajan con
And
estas
the
cosas,
leaders of the city working together
están trabajando con Dios.
are also working on it.
Nosotros somos seres humanos como
We're all human beings,
personas, pero hemos sido llamados por
but we're being called
para orar por los líderes, para
to
orar,
be leaders,
para orar por los ciudadanos,
to work for the residents,
para desear lo mejor por el bienestar de la ciudad.
to do the best for the benefit of the city.
Sí, saben que es una ciudad muy bonita.
City of San Luis is a beautiful city.
Un tiempo estuve trabajando como presidente de las iglesias en
At
acción.
one point, I was working as president of Churches in Action.
Ahora, como ya ustedes saben, mi hermano pastor,
As you know, I'm a pastor
el obispo Juan Carlos Méndez,
with
yendo con-
Juan Carlos Méndez.
Gracias una vez más
Thank you once
a
more,
todos
all of you.
que de una u otra forman una cadena.
In one way or another, you want to change.
Cadena con los pastores,
A chain with the pastors
sin importar denominación.
without the denomination being important,
Estamos trabajando para Dios.
just working for God.
Y Él acepta pues todo lo que buscamos hacer.
And
porque
He
Él
accepts
lo vemos.
us all who are trying to do the betterment and benefit for everyone.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Margarita Valenzuela. I live in Harlem Avenue. I am in support of Gil Hurtado's nomination. My family, my mother and I came today because our family has lived here for 30 years, and we live in an area where I know most people have said it, the forgotten side of Saki, that way. And there was a time where we were left out in the dark when there was high crime and a lot of traffic. And the people that I always felt like I could reach out to, well, one is Gil Hurtado, who when I often have questions of, just how do we move on, like just getting some better security out there, And he always found or went out of his way to help our neighborhood, which helped us create the neighborhood watch out there again. And so I'm very grateful for that because I think our area and our neighborhood out there in McCollum Wood is starting to feeling there's hope, that we can change that area again. And again, we're really hopeful and we agree with the nomination and best of luck to you and hope to continue communicating with you.
Good evening, honorable
as a resident of Southgate, living in 900 block of Moneta. And I stand here in support of Councilmember Hurtado and the nomination by Councilmember Barone. Coach Gil Hurtado was my coach, my softball coach in my early softball years. And he has been an incredible member of the community, on council, outside. During the pandemic, I saw him outside negotiating and working well with stakeholders, with our legislative bodies, council members from other cities, and legislators of the state and federal government to bring resources to the city of Southgate, because there are resources out there for our community, and he was a champion to make sure that the residents and the businesses of Southgate were made well aware that those state and federal resources were available for the public. Coach Hurtado, I believe in you. I know many community leaders and staff are behind you, and I want to take this moment to thank everyone on the council. Your strength, resilience, and dedication to the city of Southgate is greatly appreciated for those in the community. I know that we're coming out of the pandemic, but I believe that under your leadership, Councilmember Hurtado, the future looks bright for Southgate. So thank you to each and every one of you on the dais tonight, and best of luck, Councilmember, on your next year as mayor. Thank you.
Buenas tardes a todos. Es un
Good evening to
estar acá.
everyone.
Mi nombre es José Ernesto Interiano, soy pastor de la Iglesia de Restauración acá en South.
I am pastor of the church.
Somos miembros también de Church in Action. Y para mí es un gusto estar aquí esta noche. Soy nuevo en la ciudad.
I am new here in the city.
Tenemos un año en noviembre.
We've been living here
Venimos
for
para
a year
acá.
now in November since we moved in.
Y lo que me llenó mi corazón de alegría
What filled my heart with
fue que cuando ganamos el lugar,
is that when we inaugurated our church,
y Hurtado,
Bill
al Ríos también con nosotros allá.
was also there,
Y pude ver la sencillez de ellos,
and I could see how
la
humble they were,
humildad, el amor de ellos. Y algo que impactó mi corazón
great, and something
es
that
que
impacted my heart
nosotros llevábamos 10 años en la ciudad de Campton
is that we have been taking
queriendo
into
conseguir
account,
un permiso
trying to get a permit
a comprar la iglesia en Campton
to fix that church in Compton,
y no lo logramos.
and we never were successful.
Y me recuerdo que el primer año que fuimos,
And I remember the first year that we went,
un miembro del museo de la ciudad nos dijo
a member of Churches in Action and here in the city,
que ella no quería más iglesias en la ciudad de Campton.
in Compton, we were told they didn't want any more churches.
Y Dios nos abrió las puertas acá en Southgate
God opened His doors here
y
in
nos
Southgate,
fuimos a encontrar con algo bien diferente.
and we found something very
El
different.
apoyo de la ciudad a las iglesias.
The support from the city to the churches,
Esto que habló anteriormente,
as the pastor who spoke before me said,
es un gusto trabajar con la ciudad
it is a joy to work here in the
y que la
city,
ciudad trabaje junto con nosotros.
and that the city works together.
Tenemos un mismo propósito,
We have the same
de
objective,
mejorar la ciudad en todos los aspectos.
to make the city better in all aspects.
Y qué gusto trabajar
And it's such a joy to work with Bill.
nos ha ayudado a nosotros en la repartición de comida que
He has
hecho.
helped us distributing food,
Nos llaman y ahí estamos nosotros y
all
decimos ahí
states,
para
and we're
atenderlos.
there, and
Sería un gusto tenerlo como alcalde
it
nuevamente.
would be great to have him as our new mayor.
Y que Dios bendiga la ciudad de Southgate.
And may God bless the city of Southgate.
Son mis palabras.
Those are my-
Seeing no more members of the public wishing to speak, closing the audience portion, bringing it back to council.
Madam Mayor, you may want to consider asking the maker of the motion to amend the motion to also include nominating Gail as the chair for items B2, the Southgate Housing Authority, B3, the successor agency, and development commission of the city of Southgate, B4, Southgate Utility Authority, B5, the Southgate Finance Authority, and B6, the Southgate. Yes, Madam Mayor, I will go ahead and amend my motion to include all the authorities as listed by.
No, second.
If there's discussion at the level of the council, fine, otherwise we can move to a vote.
Council Authority Agency Member Burrell,
Yes.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Varela,
Yes.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Rios,
Yes.
Vice Mayor, Vice Chairperson Ricardo,
All right. Yes.
and Mayor Chairperson Love.
Really? Unanimously, yes.
Yes, so, well, it just, there's no need to do musical chairs. So, thank you so much, for everyone, being here to support. I really appreciate very much the support of this community. When I moved into this community in 1984, it was the people that made me love this city. And to be honest, I thought it was going to be a stepping stone to something. No, this is the place. Even with the guy with the Dodger hat on, I'm a Giants fan. That's more sense, but thank you so much for your support, and I will do my very best to move the city forward with the help of my council colleagues, who I am honored and privileged to be working with. They are an amazing group of people. So again, thank you so very much. And so for the first order of business, I guess, even before the swearing in.
So Madam, Mr. Vice Mayor, you get sworn in now if you'd like. You could continue with the nomination of Vice Mayor and do both, whatever.
Yeah, I think I'll do the latter. So at this time, I will open up the Zoom portion first, that was nominations for Vice Mayor. So Zoom. Anybody on Zoom?
No, sir.
Thank you. Anybody in the audience wishing to speak and address this meeting, board? We have somebody coming in. And we're speaking about the Vice Mayor position at this point. So if you might, state your name.
Sophie Ryan, Southgate resident. There is an individual that has been visiting schools, checking on students, making sure we have resources pre, during, and post-pandemic. Giving us resources also for families, workshops, and a lot of information, reaching out, getting us support in all places. So I don't know where Maria finds energy to be available 24/7. And I want to nominate her. We have always been able to reach her, getting guidance, support, referrals, and I cannot think of anybody better to continue serving this community in this capacity. We are very proud of all the work that she has been doing, sharing also her experience and building community. Because at the end of the day, all the time that she spends in all the activities with parents and doing all the weekends events, she's building community, and we are who we are thanks to all her work. We are very supportive, very proud of her, and we would like her to be our Vice Mayor.
Lisa Bruce from Kaufman. I also want to express my support for Councilmember Davila. She's also somebody who's always been very committed to our community, and she showed it to us this past week. Cover your kids' ears, but helping with the Santa Claus. What do you call it? Santa Claus. Going through our community, and as a first-time mom, seeing the excitement in my baby's eyes as she saw Mrs. Claus was very special to me, and just finding out from God, I forget how many years she said it was something crazy like 15 or more. But, you know, just seeing how she does that for, I feel like it's like a week or something, or weeks, is amazing to me, and it just shows her commitment to the kids in our community. And like I said, I look forward to the city's leadership under Gil and under Davila for this coming year, and the rest of you guys who I feel like really work together. And I just wanted to say it's been a relief listening to the council meetings this last year without a lot of the previous drama. I mean, we still hear some of it, but it just feels really like great to really, you know, get things done without a lot of that happening, and hopefully it continues. So thank you guys.
Buenas noches.
Good evening.
Mi nombre es Ivonne Lobser.
My name is
Ivonne Lobser. Y soy presidente de la ciudad de San.
I'm a resident of the city of South.
La razón por la que estoy aquí,
The reason why I'm here today,
realmente hablar de mujer es hablar de energía positiva.
in reality, speaking of a woman is speaking of a positive energy.
Conozco a la señora Dávila desde hace muchísimo tiempo
I know Mrs. Davila for a very long time.
y siempre la he visto trabajando para la
I
comunidad
have always seen her working for the community
desde que sus niñas eran unas chiquititas de San Miguel.
ever since her daughters were very little students of San Miguel.
Señora Dávila siempre ha estado a la par de nosotros y la comunidad.
Mrs. Davila has always been there right next to us in our community.
Se le pregunta de recursos y ella lo sabe.
If we ask for any resources, she knows them.
Se le pregunta de otros programas y ella los conoce.
If we ask her of any other program, she knows them.
Y se envuelve con los programas.
And she involves with programs.
Sabe de una necesidad y de ahí está ella tratando de ver cómo soluciona el problema.
If she finds out that there's a need, she's there trying to resolve that need.
La señora Dávila es una mujer, por decirlo en pocas palabras, de poder. Por
Mrs. Davila is a woman of empowered
power. Ha sido parte de Padres Unidos,
She's been a part of Padres Unidos,
programa por el cual se han logrado grandes escuelas en esta ciudad y en toda la ciudad.
program which has contributed to great achievements for our city and throughout.
Y esa es una de las pequeñas cosas.
That is just one of the small things.
Durante la pandemia,
During the pandemic,
señora Dávila no estaba en su casa, estaba ayudando a la gente.
Mrs. Davila was not at home, she was out helping people.
Eso es poder de mujer.
And that is power of a woman.
Aunque se enfermaba, aquí la íbamos a
Even if she was sick, we
la
would find her
ayuda
help,
por teléfono.
even on the phone.
Realmente es un orgullo si ella es ahorita nuestra vice concejal
It is truly a pride if she is nominated our vice mayor,
y que en pocos años sea nuevamente la alcaldesa de esta.
and in a couple of years, be our mayor.
Un aplauso para la señora Dávila.
I wasn't planning to speak. I see a lot of people here at time. My name is Adolfo. I'm a resident here in the beautiful city of Southgate and a Parks and Recs Commissioner. Davila, I mean, what can I say? I think the first time I met you was when I was an intern at the Southgate Chamber of Commerce and getting to know government and getting to know how we can get our youth and myself being so young involved in local government. One of the accomplishments that I think that you've done personally in my perspective is took me years to get our beautiful city of Southgate to show support and in solidarity for myself and so many different members of our youth and our community and leaders that are part of the LGBTQ plus community. We made history. You made history. First time in the city of Southgate, you as a mayor proclaiming that to support that there are resources available for our community, especially for our youth that are getting consistently bullied just for who they are. And I think through those actions and leadership with your colleagues have shown the growth and the development of supporting our youth that are part of that community. And especially me, thank you so much, and I can't wait for you to become mayor again, and Gail, congratulations, and I can't wait to continue seeing your work in our community. Thank you.
Okay, I guess the blow of the seats is working. We have no more speakers coming up. So, wait. Let's get a refund on the glue on that seat.
I don't want that too. I just want to keep it short. Maria, you've been here for many years. Your countless hours dedicated to the city, to the community, to the youth, to, everyone, right? And I'm just gonna keep it simple. I see you as the godmother of Southgate. So it's an honor to be able to see you up there again, year after year. And as a vice mayor, as a mayor, no matter where they place you, you always do amazing for your community. So thank you.
We're waiting for her to get way back out there.
Myra Castaneda.
Buenas noches. Good evening, everyone. Yo soy residente de South Bay desde muchos años. Qué vergüenza que no hablo inglés, pero me gusta más hablar español.
I am a resident of Southgate for many years, and I don't like to speak Spanish, although I know it, but I prefer to speak Spanish.
¿Qué puedo decir de ti, Mari? Si tú has hecho
What can I
cosas
say
aquí en South
about you, Maria?
las escuelas,
You have done so many things for Southgate, for the schools, for the youth,
con la comunidad.
for the community.
Hay muchas cosas.
There's a lot of things.
Cuando uno necesita, te decimos, necesitamos esto.
When we need, we tell you we need
Más
this,
allá.
and there you are.
No importa cómo estés enferma, porque me
Doesn't
consta
matter if you're
que has
sick.
estado bien mala.
I know that you've got it, and you're there.
En la pandemia,
During the pandemic,
estuviste al 100.
you were there 100%.
Y eso para mí tiene que ver mucho.
That to me matters a lot.
Señor Hurtado,
Mr.
todos
Roberto,
ustedes de verdad, todo lo que hicieron por nuestra comunidad
you've done for our
es algo
community.
de quitarse el sombrero ante
It's
ustedes.
something that to be
Mi
taken by
compañera
my
y yo tratamos de lucer y de verdad que son grandes. Gracias.
My translation.
Yes, so that was Ms. Navarro. I want to make her come back down here, so let's do it.
Simón.
Yes, it is.
Me llamo Juan Martínez
My name is Juan Martinez.
y creo que ya todas las personas aquí dijeron todo.
I think the people here have said it all.
Ya que puedo decir,
What else can I say?
pero hay más flores.
There's more flowers.
Acuérdense, es para todos los que están escuchando.
Remember, this is for everyone who's listening.
Esto,
All of this,
todos
all of you,
son un equipo,
you're a team.
no solamente los concejales,
Not only the council members,
el mayor, mayor,
la alcaldesa,
alcaldesa,
the mayor,
pero todos,
but all of you
son un equipo.
are a team.
Y en mi corta vida,
In my short life,
es a joke, he visto varios equipos como el de aquí.
I've seen teams like this one
Y este,
and this one.
con la dirigencia de ellos,
With the due diligence of all of you,
es el mejor.
is the best.
Es para todos ustedes.
That's for all of
El mejor gobierno
you. The best government
que ha tenido Southgate.
that Southgate has had.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Claudia Vidari. I'm here in Boulevard, 3931 Boulevard. And I just wanted to tell you, Maria, I've gone with you everywhere I go. You're there always. And I keep telling you, are you following me? What are you doing here? Go rest, take a break. but you're always everywhere doing something for the community, and that is very good. I applaud you for that, and I want to tell you that I'm with them when they say that they recommend you for the vice mayor. I'm with them. I don't want to say anything because they said everything already, but you are an awesome person, a great leader to the community. You're always there for us, not just for the children, but for us elderly people too. And that is very good, and I want to thank Gilbert Battle for doing the same thing, always being there. You guys are not there just for the picture. Some people just show up, take a picture, and disappear. I see you from beginning to end. I just saw the posada, and we were picking up everything, and you were still there. And that is a very good leader for me. Thank you very much.
No one else step forward. I'm going to thank the council, and I think I want to honor myself, and I will nominate my colleague, long-term colleague, Maria Lavina, to be the vice mayor of the city of Southgate. Thanks. Don't ask me to repeat them. I'll be ready for you. He's going to repeat them, put them in the record.
So, Mr. Mayor, does that include serving as the chair of the housing authority, the successor, vice chair, of the housing authority, vice chair for the successor agency, vice chair for the Southgate Utility Authority, the Southgate Finance Authority, and the Southgate Public Access Authority.
Of course, I meant all of that. I think they know that.
Now, let's go ahead and second that.
Oh, wait, she beat you to it.
Now that you beat me to it, can I speak?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. I just want to echo what every speaker has said. Maria, you have been a person that has helped me grow in this position. You were always there to offer guidance and conversation and be a calming person for me here on the council. When I was spending some late nights doing some signing, you would walk in and check up on me, see how I was doing. I'm very grateful and very honored to serve on this council with you, and I'm going to be really happy to see you as our vice mayor for the next year.
Thank you. Any other comments? Yes, you may.
All I want to say, Lydia, is that it has truly been a pleasure serving alongside of you. We've done a lot of this. And coming on to this council.
Thank you so much. Anything else? Roll call.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Avalos?
Yes.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Burrow?
Yes.
Council Authority Agency Member Director Lavina? And Mayor Chairperson McDowell?
Absolutely, definitely, yes. Congratulations. Sworn in, right? Not sworn in.
I have to say something real quick.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I want to thank
one of the reasons I'm still out there is because of all of you who have been believe in me, and one of the reasons why I do is because I love my community. And ever since I moved into Southgate, I mean, it has been a pleasure living in the city, and it's serving our community, serving our residents and our kids, our seniors, our families. I think that's what gives me joy. And I just want to thank all of you. But again, you know, as Mr. Juan just mentioned, it's a teamwork. And you guys up here, the city council, you guys, I mean, it's working together. That's how we do things. That's how things get accomplished. That we might have different opinions, but at the end, it's for the residents who we are serving. And I think that we all get that, and we all know what's important. And, you know, sometimes, you know, that we make decisions that a lot of people might not like. There are people who likes us and people who don't like us, but that's okay. This is democracy. And I think that's important to understand that. But without the support, first of all, of these people here, directors, city manager, city attorney, he's been with us for over 21 years already, and the city clerk, and also our city treasurer. This is a team. But most important, it's a family, and I always have seen that. Because without any of these departments, you know, there's always something missing. But as long as we all continue working together and just getting our community what they deserve, and I think that's the important thing. But thank you to all of you, my family, my residents, for continuing believing in us, and I think that's important. And I think that we have proved that when we decide to run, it's because we are committed to what we do, and we are committed to you 24/7. And I just thank God, you know, thank God and my family that continues supporting me. Because without them, without God, and without my family, God bless them. I can still go home and that's my safe haven. But I love you guys very much, and I will always, always love you, because my love it's so much that I think that we can do more, and we need to do more. So let's continue working together, great teamwork. I love you guys. Thank you.
Okay, so my wife couldn't be here, she just had surgery, and she's the love of my life. We will have 43 years being married together coming December 23rd. So I'll have her here with me, if you guys don't mind. But I want to invite Lily and Joshua to come out here, to stand by me, since I was their coach back in the day. And God, I must be old. Diana was there when we got back. Okay, and Pastor Mendes, please, kind of put a little bit of compassion, because you read real loud, you expect me to memorize all this. And I know that I can, so somebody more.
I did pray Moby Dick, I brought the Holy Bible. Holy Bible. Good afternoon. I, Gil Hurtado,
I, Gil Hurtado,
do solemnly swear that as mayor for the city of Southgate, I will support
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution
to the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of California,
of the State of California,
that I take this obligation
that I take this obligation
freely without
any mental
reservation
reservation
or purpose of evasion,
and
that I will
well and faithfully
discharge
the duties
upon which
I am about to enter.
subscribed and sworn
On this 12th day of December, 2023. We really didn't go word by word, you know.
So I think the only downside is we're gonna hear a lot more giant talk.
Can I get my mask on? ¿De lado? ¿La bandeja?
Maria Lavina, it is my pleasure to it's my pleasure to bestow this oath of allegiance as the next Vice Mayor of the City of Southgate. Please repeat after me. I, say your name,
I, Maria Lavina,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that as Vice Mayor for the City of Southgate,
that as Vice Mayor for the City of Southgate,
I will support and defend the Constitution
I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United
to
States
the Constitution of the United States
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
And while she's signing that, let me just share a word or two here. Back in the late 1990s, early 2000s, we were facing a very difficult time here in government. And both Maria and I were basically minding our own business, and the community reached out to us to run. I decided not to run in 2003, and we were very fortunate that Maria Davila took the challenge, ran in 2003, and she was successful. And at the request of the community, I decided on throwing my hat in the ring in 2005, and that was successful. And we've been trying our very best. But, you know, at the end of the day, we hold the title, but there's no question where we get our direction from, and it's you, the community of Southgate. You are the bosses, you are the leaders, you are the ones that tell us what you want us to do, and we will try our very best to try to do it as quickly as we can, and with as little cost to you, the taxpayers, as possible. So again, it's for you that we are out here, and we will continue to do the very best that we can. And as I look around the room, I'm talking about, we have people who are seniors, we have young people here, we have business owners, we have members of the church, we have leaders of parents groups. It's phenomenal to sit up here and know that the people that we represent wanted us. And for that, I am so very grateful. It's really an honor to sit up here. It's also an amazing opportunity to work with these directors who work very diligently. They are always an email, phone call, a smoke signal away, everything right. And so it's really amazing to see this group of staff members that are available when we need them. Then we also have our city treasurer, who does an amazing job. I mean, when you think back to the treasurers that we've had, he's a numbers guy. He really looks at the books and makes sure that what we're considering is the most affordable, the best way to use the taxpayer money. Then we have these people up here that we're working with, Joshua Barron, Pat Rios, Maria Davila, and Pilar Avalos. It is really a privilege to be up here. Let me, at this time, take the opportunity to recognize, I'm going to read this on behalf of the City Council, employees, and citizens of the City of Southgate, presented to Maria del Pilar Avalos in recognition of her leadership and distinguished service while serving as mayor from December 13, 2022 to December 12, 2023. So this
Mr. Mayor, we have the city clerk just read that agenda item in.
Yes.
Item number 2, the city council is going to plaque to Maria del Pilar Avalos in recognition of your leadership and distinguished service while serving as mayor from December 13, 2022 to December 12, 2023.
Thank you. And it's funny because we were looking for the gavel for about, I don't know, Chief, can you get someone on that? Find out who stole the gavel? Yeah, so, but this one does have a gavel. And here you go. You better put it away before this.
Hello, good evening. My name is Vanessa Bautista. I am a field representative for the state, Senator Lily Gonzalez. And on behalf of the senators who unfortunately couldn't be here today, I present a certificate of recognition to outgoing Mayor Maria del Pilar Avalos. In honor of your great leadership throughout this whole year, I know you and I, with the relationship through this year, meeting at events on and off, and it's really great and getting to see a bit of the things on all the events that I go here in Southgate. Which is basically my second home. So yeah, on behalf of the senator, I would like to present the certificate for your dedicated service to the city of Southgate to create and maintain a safe, clean, and pride-filled community for all. On behalf of the 33rd Senate District, congratulations.
afternoon, everybody. My name is Herman Castillo with LA County Supervisor James Holmes' office, and I too have a scroll here to honor the 10-year of ongoing Mayor Maria Delgado Avalos. And thank you so much for being with us at every event that we help host here in the city of Southgate. You all are a wonderful partner, as everyone said. This well-oiled machine does amazing work. Thank you all so much. And it is a pleasure at the county to be able to work alongside you all. Thank you.
Good evening, Council. Mayor. My name is Rudy Martinez. I'm with the Office of Congresswoman Nanette Barragán. Unfortunately, tonight the Congresswoman cannot be here, but she can send her regards. And she wanted me to express how proud she is of representing Southgate in GC, also how proud she is to have Southgate in our district. Tonight, I'm going to recognize Mayor Maria Delgado Avalos with a recognition for your leadership as mayor of the city of Southgate. On behalf of California's 44th Congressional District, thank you for your hard work and dedication to improving the quality of life of the residents of Southgate. And again, just on a personal note, thank you so much. I'm not from Southgate, I'm looking, from the outside, and you've been so welcoming to me, and I've learned so much from you. Thank you so much for all that.
This is tough. Good evening, honorable city council members, Mayor Hurtado, Vice Mayor Cariba. My name is Gladys Ortega. I'm here on behalf of our Assembly Member Anthony Rendon, and it's my honor today to present a certificate to our former Mayor Maria Delgado Avalos. I actually personally think she got the best year celebrating our centennial events and opening Castle, so I think it's been a great year. And with that, the certificate of recognition is presented to Maria Delgado Avalos. On behalf of the California State Assembly, the 62nd Assembly District, thank you for your committed and dedicated service as mayor for the city of Southgate. I commend you for devoting your time to improve the lives of those you have served so proudly. I wish you continued success in your future endeavors. Signed, Anthony Rendon, Assembly Member of the 62nd District.
Mr. Cervantes, make sure we get a bigger wall for these kids. Maria Delgado, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for your leadership this past year. And there's a note saying that just says, once the mayor, always the mayor. So there you are. I don't know if you want to say some words here, but we're thinking, right?
personal, I'm honored and humbled to have been able to serve our community as a mayor during its first term. I would like to extend my immense gratitude to my family, as I'm here tonight, for all of their support during this past year. The motto is, you want to talk to Pilar? Get one away. From my mom, literally. I will see her, she's at home, she's always out. So we need to call her maybe, as my siblings would say, and my mother. But I think most importantly, I want to thank God for allowing me to have the knowledge needed to move our beautiful city of South Bend forward. I would also like to extend my immense gratitude on this council, as they have entrusted me a year ago to represent our beautiful city of South Bend as mayor at the local, state, and federal level. It has been a true honor to have worked alongside individuals who have talents, and though through those diversities and disagreements, we have learned from each other. And I've learned from them. In addition, I would like to thank those residents who elected me to this council back in 2020. And as I stated back then, and today, not forgotten, why I'm here today is because of you. Therefore, as I step down, a few minutes ago, from the mayorship, I am committed that I will continue to serve our beautiful community as a council member. However, regardless of titles, everyone on this council has worked to strive for a community that thrives on unity, progress, and inclusivity of all community members. Our shared dedication will continue to be the cornerstone of the positive changes that our beautiful city of South Bend is looking into 2024. With the leadership of Mayor Hurtado and Vice Mayor Dávila,
Thank you. You know, and one of the things that I think is often misunderstood is you see these flags, you see the recognition that is given, and that's not what we strive for. You know, what we strive for is just serving you to the best of our ability. And it's always a challenge because there's, you know, finances that you have to look at and impacts to other members, right? So we might make a decision that makes a group of people really excited, and other people like, what are you guys doing up there? And those are the challenges that we accept. But that being said, it is good to hear people express their appreciation, because when you think about it, a lot of times what we hear are only those that want to say bad things. And I'm going to respect their right to do that. And I think all of us up here have very thick skin, and it's needed. It really is needed. We take those hits, but we get those calls also from people, wonderful people such as yourselves, telling us they don't listen to that stuff, don't listen to that jury. It's not, they don't represent us, and I believe that, I really do. But even though we don't do that for the recognition, I have to correct something that was overlooked, again, during the difficult time of the pandemic, and that was to recognize Maria Dávila when she was mayor. As you can see, everybody gets a plaque at the end of the time, and so she was overlooked, and I want to fix that. So on behalf of the city council, employees, and citizens of the city of South President Maria Davila, in recognition of the leadership and distinguished service while serving as mayor from April 21st, 2020 to April 13th, 2021. I think it's appropriate that she gets recognized even this late well,
motion?
This is to
Okay, I'll make sure.
I had asked them that question too earlier. And let's just do it. Let's do it. So that being said, again, thank you everybody. We've got business to take care of now, so we'll excuse us. The next item number 3.
Item 3, the city council will consider appointing representatives to various housing boards and agencies on which the city is serving as a member, and B, ratifying the appointment of the city council auditor by the mayor as stipulated under the South Municipal Code, section 1.04.21.7.
Oh, should we do that first? Take a break? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, before you walk out, please don't leave. Please don't leave. I'm gonna put this meeting on hold for what, 10 minutes, you think? Because we have pastries back there, and if you guys don't eat them, we won't fit in the seats later on. So where are they at? They're out here in this direction, so please everybody join us, get something. We'll be back in 10 minutes, please. we're almost ready. Our apologies to those on Zoom, right? We're still waiting for a couple people to make their way in. And a couple of people have now made their way in. Okay, so where were we? The appointments are, okay. So, I'm going to ask that we hold off on this item until the next meeting because the appointment of the various boards, they're very important positions. And some of my colleagues that they've expressed interest in, and I don't know which way I'm going to go, because a lot of them are one particular position. So I'm going to wait. So I'm going to, I guess I have to open it up to the audience?
You should open it up and you should also, give a motion.
Okay, so,
For the years that I've been serving, there is one that you have to, the mayor serves on this, particular, committee in the public sanitation.
and
It's, this thing is good for tomorrow.
well, yes, is that what you're going to? Okay,
But,
so,
I mean, so if you want to move it in this fine.
Yeah.
Only one meeting before we reorganize it.
okay, so if that's okay with everybody, I think that's what we'll do, but let me open it up to the audience at this point, let's go to Zoom first. Seeing none, okay, now here, the audience here. It's on this item. It's on this item in the committee that I'm. That's why that's okay. All right, so, can I have a motion, please, to postpone this until the next meeting? No, that's what we're going to do.
So on this committee,
Yes,
we speak,
the first meeting in January. You have a date, I can just pronounce it, sorry. January 9th, okay, so January 9th, I will hopefully have that. I'm asking colleagues to flip coins or arm wrestle or whatever on those positions. And again, I think anybody who represents us on those committees will do fine now. Okay, so we have a motion.
Motion to move item number 3 to January 9th.
I'll say that.
We have a motion,
Is
second.
this special or regular council?
It's a regular.
Regular council.
Okay, we have a motion, second, roll call. That's okay.
sorry,
That's all right. I will not get offended.
Councilmember Avalos? Yes. Councilmember Burrow?
Yes.
Councilmember Rios?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Davila?
Yes.
And Mayor
Yes. Okay, item number 4, please.
Item number 4, the city council will consider appointing Mayor Maria Navarros to the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District Board of Trustees for a full 2-year term commencing January 1st, 2024. The appointment needs a simple majority vote of the city council to be in effect, and B, requesting the city clerk to certify the appointment in a form acceptable to the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District should that be necessary.
Does it have to be the mayor for that position? Good, okay, then no one's going to object or, okay, let me open this up to the Zoom. Who?
No one?
See no one, I'll close that, the audience here. See no one? Okay, then, I will go ahead and, appoint.
Motion to.
So we have a motion, I'll second it. Roll call, please. It is for, Maria Navarros.
Roll call. Councilmember Avalos?
Yes.
Councilmember Burrow?
Yes.
Councilmember Rios?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Davila?
Yes.
And Mayor Hurtado.
Yes. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned. All right, stay here for, yes. You leave? Okay, well, let's just open up the meeting. Are you okay with just opening up? Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the meeting, regular council meeting.
7:42.
Okay. Of order, invocation. Bob Scott here? We have two pastors, but you know what, I think, we always go to our beach dinner and our lead picture, which is Mr. Steve Costa. So Steve Costa, lead us in the invocation and then the pledge of allegiance.
Please bow your head. Heavenly Father, we just give you thanks and praise for this day, for the changes that we have seen tonight and for the excellent leadership within the city of Southgate. We ask for that you give each and every person on the dais wisdom and knowledge. We thank you, Lord, for the willingness to serve. We ask, Lord, that you look after each and every resident and all the employees here, and especially our officers too. We ask all these things in our Heavenly Father's name. Amen. Please face the flag and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please. Present.
Vice Mayor Davila. Present. Councilmember Barron.
Present.
Councilmember Avalos. Present. Councilmember Rios.
But it's considered here that I have to leave this, not for the city.
What? Again, he had one last year.
Just thinking happy birthday.
46
All right, here we go.
Just cut it out. It's okay. He's like your author.
It's still 2 digits, don't worry.
Okay.
All right,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Al. Happy birthday to you.
And by the way, the donuts for your birthday, by the way. Sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, so where are we now? Oh, yeah.
Third place is excused, and by the way, Mr. Berkeley also.
Oh, that's right. We have to sing happy birthday again. Let's just wish her a happy birthday on behalf of the city of Southgate. Happy birthday to me. Is John? Okay, I guess we have to sing happy birthday. No, that I got.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
City Treasurer De La Paz. City Manager Houston.
President.
City Attorney Salinas.
Present.
Meeting compensation disclosure pursuant to Code Section 595.2.3, disclosure of compensation. The meeting attendance for city council members is $790 monthly, regardless of the other meetings.
There are no public hearings at this time, so at this time, taking comments from the audience on non-agenda items. So let's go to the Zoom people first.
Mr. Dominguez.
Mr. Dominguez, you're on.
Okay, I understand it's pretty fucked up how he goes to leave our meeting because he has a birthday. He goes, Chief, the Councilmember Kyle, myself, and now Ms. Craig, we all had birthdays on Tuesday, and I was just hightails it out of here. We go out to the lab. Last council meeting stated that there was an ambitious first half of the year for the council members and city manager. They got a tremendous amount of shit done for 2023. But there's also been another city hall official who's had really a stellar year for 2023. And I think we all know what I'm talking about here. This person is, clearly there is a favorite among city council members. Clearly there's a bias that the council members have of favoring one city hall official over the others, and favoring this city hall official even over the residents, really. And this person, I think we all know, is the beloved one, is the chosen one, is the golden boy. And I think we all know what I'm going to say is, of course, the chief of police. The chief of police has been on a tear this year, like anyone I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone go out and just score, item after item. I can point to any agenda for 2023 for the chief, another one for the chief. Chief. All year long, this man has been hitting up, just scoring what, you know what I mean? A tremendously ambitious year for our county. And, you know, I was sailing him out this year, and he made it so easy for me. He basically put a bullseye on himself, so how can I not single out it? And obviously, the council members have all this love for Chief Arcala, but sadly, you know, they have nothing for us, for the residents, you know. I mean, one item on there, they just killed it, you know, our cameras, you know, and you heard the new mayor say, well, I've been fighting for this and wanting cameras for our city council. I mean, you know, where's the conviction? You know, where's the commitment? You know, where's the follow-through for crying out loud? And here you just blew away that beautiful deal that Christopher Ryan put together, the graphics deal. And, you know, you never should have shown me that deal because you really widened my eyes as to what is out there. And here you want to, you know, nickel and dime us and, you know, you want to rip us off and go with some ass mediocre. See, just because the council members are willing to serve for mediocrity doesn't mean I am. Just because they're willing to settle for less doesn't mean I am either. So I urge the council members to reconsider their position and bring back the Granicus deal. We deserve it. All right, that's all I have. Bravo to the chief. Excellent job, chief. Good for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Mr. Buckley? Mr. Buckley?
Okay, that one got me sort of really done. I appreciate the communication. Thank you. Good evening. This one is actually addressed to just a minute, in regards to our December 4th meeting, over hearing, SB 1339. I actually heard the questions of the meeting. I'll just kind of go over them again, but, it was for accepting the contribution of more than $50, as pertains to SB 1439. Does that only pertain to the money received or also to the dollar value of services and or items received? So again, when we'll discuss the word contribution of more than $200, again, is that money or is it anything, you know, of value? The next question I asked was, if a council member were to receive donations, seemingly for non-campaign related purposes, would SB 1439 apply for situations as well? And my last question was, is a nonprofit organization in which a council member serves on the board exempt from SB 1439, or is that nonprofit organization to be held accountable as well under that same law? I also sent the following email, but I haven't heard a response right away, so I'm going to give the person Mr. Swindle. I would appreciate a response to this. Thank you.
Next, please. No one else? Then we'll close that portion. Now we'll move to the items here. This is.
Bill Wallace, 8823 Golding Avenue, Southgate. Only got about 1 month to go on this very day to collect signatures for the petition I talked about to roll back property taxes for children and grandchildren that inherit property from their families. I thought that it might be appropriate to tell everybody, I think a lot of people may know, that the Howard Jarvis Taxpayer Association that spearheaded Prop 13 way back in the 1978, that behind this, you might want to be aware that they're still very active today. And I have a list of successes that they've had besides the 1978. In 1986, they helped a proposition that strengthened your right to vote on local tax increases. In 1993, they helped defeat a proposition that would have killed the two-thirds rule for bonds. Two-thirds of the voters have to approve bonds. In 1996, they helped pass a proposition that gives the right to vote on taxes. And in 2006, they helped defeat a statewide property tax. Property taxes are county instruments, but this would have created a statewide property tax. That was defeated. And then in 2010, they stopped state and localities from imposing taxes disguised as fees, dodging the two-thirds rule. And 2020 was instrumental in defeating the most devastating attack on Proposition 13 in 40 years, the famous split roll that would have separated businesses away from residential as far as property tax assessment is concerned. So please, if you have a chance to sign it, or you can go to H.T. Howard Jarvis website, hjpa.org, and or forcalifornians.com, and you can find a petition there.
Thank you, John. You want to wait for
Good evening, my name is Olivia Mora and I reside at 8246 Wood Avenue, Southgate. I am here today once again asking for help and assistance regarding our landlord refusing to reinstate electricity in our home. March 2023, owner began an application for the garage conversion that I have resided in for over 10 years. When I moved in, I did not know that the rental space was illegal. April 12, 2023, the Southgate Code Enforcement Department, Leslie Medina, came to inspect my property, and the owner never mentioned to me that this had ever happened or that it would take place. What was inspected during the visit, because the public records report doesn't give detailed information if anything in the home was or could be dangerous. So how can I request a further detailed report? 8/28/2023, I called the Southgate Police Department because the electrical panel kept going off. A female officer arrived sometime in the afternoon and spoke with me and the owner, Gloria Rico, the report number. 9/3/2023, the electrical panel blew up and the fire department arrived at their home. The Southgate Fire Department called Edison to complete a full inspection. This happened in the morning before noon. Trouble Steve Gibson from Edison concluded the electrical panel went on flames because the wiring wasn't done properly. Once the owner arrived at the property in the night, they refused to give us electricity using an extension cord because their home still had electricity. I called the Southgate Police Department and nothing was resolved. Report number, Officer Campo, and the batch number is there. 9/5/2023, I went to the Southgate City Hall to get help. I spoke with Javier Barraza, and he made several calls with different people regarding my situation, and his supervisor stated that no one is able to assist me because electricity is considered a luxury, not a necessity, and that's in video as well recorded. 9/6/2023, I called the Southgate Police Department because landlords were still refusing to give us electricity. Officer Chavez and Gonzalez, back numbers are there, report number as well. 9/6/2023, I went to the Southgate City Hall to replace documents from the office city clerk regarding the inspection. I also emailed Sandra Varela, and she referred me to an agency that is no longer open to the public, Southgate Prevention Program. I called Leslie Medina, Norma Carla, Sandra Varela, Stephen Frank, and Enrique Barajas, but no one answered. Left a voicemail, and no one has ever returned my call. 9/7/2023, I emailed the Southeast District Bar Association and never heard back. 9/8, I called the Southgate Police Department again. The landlord was still refusing to give us electricity or to relocate us. Officer Rodriguez. 9/12, I emailed Maria del Pilar Avalos, Gil Hurtado, Maria Davila, Al Dios, and Johnson Baron. No one ever replied or reached out. 9/12, I attended a council meeting and Meredith Elguira
Carol Averill, housing manager, asked me to come in the following day so she can assist me and find me a solution. 9:13, I sat down with Carol, housing specialist, and Vanessa Loretta, housing specialist, and I was expected to receive actual help after I have exhausted calling and emailing many departments. Carol asked me to contact the Fair Housing Department from Long Beach again, after I have expressed to her that I did not.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you've got 3 minutes. You have somebody here also who they can read the rest of it. But yeah, you're limited to 3 minutes. But I want to help you, so maybe she can read the rest of it. Oh, good. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so just so you know, so we have the record here. Anyway, we'll have this as well. Okay, see no one step up. Okay, see no one else step forward. Close that. Okay, so.
I'm questioned by Mr. Buckley. Honestly, I did not see his email. But I'll review the email and I'll respond quickly to some of those questions that he asked.
Okay, thank you. Anything else on the other issues? And I don't know if you remember any of them, because I remember getting an email and I did forward to staff and ask them to do it. So, you have something to follow up?
Yes, we have spoken with the speaker and we have tried to help. We have tried to talk with code enforcement, building, planning, and also PD. The thing with that is it's a private matter. It's really a matter between the tenants and the landlord. We have advice of the legal rights. Unfortunately, it is an illegal conversion of the garage, and we've asked the owner to legalize the garage in order for it to be habitable, and that's what they're going through right now.
And Mr. City Manager, maybe you can just make it a habit that when we forward an email that we get a response back. I don't recall getting a response back, but whenever I get emails from people, phone calls, from the staff, they usually send me a response back. In this case, I didn't get anything back. And I apologize because that is. Yeah. I'm sorry, we can't go back and forth, okay, just so you know, but we will take a look at it, and somebody will get back with you. Anything else? Okay, let's go to our department. Let's go this way. Clerk's office, please.
Mayor, I don't have any issues.
Okay, I like that. I'm just kidding, no, it's at the end of the year. Stay positive.
What's fun with that?
We had a very busy week at Parks and Rec. Everything from patching of the trees, to the winter wonderland, to helping out with the facade, to doing breakfast with Santa, and the parade that came through. It's been a hectic, but good week for the staff and the residents of Southgate. And I would just like to make sure the council knows the hard work not only put on by Parks and Rec, but by the police department, the public works department, the staff put on all of those different things. Besides that, we've got nothing else planned for the next week.
Yes, and I just forgot that at the breakfast, the Santa, and the local funding, how the local thought you were Santa Claus. That's true, I'm not making this up. Meredith?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to announce that this is Sanyo News, but I wanted to announce that we did receive $5 million in town programs, and that would actually provide our low-income residents up to $200,000 in first-time home buyers loan. So that will be available to anyone who can qualify for that loan.
Thank you. I just want to report the water reimbursement credit program that we had discussed on November 20th is online. The flyers are headed to the homes this week. So we did have received a couple applications, but I just wanted to encourage residents to go to citysouthgate.org under utility billing. They will be able to find the second paragraph that will speak to the application and how to apply. It's a very simple process. They can email it back to us or get it to the city, whatever the best way to get it to us, so we can review that.
Thank you, Wendy. Now, I'm just share with you that I have spoken to a lot of people that would be here during the meeting, and I ran into them at some of the events, and they're excited that they got refunded and the issues were addressed, and they were not only grateful, but they were surprised that had taken place. They weren't aware that we were actually trying to help them out. So again, thank you for that. But let's make sure that we are continuing to inform the residents that we will take a look at it and not that maybe why we because I did get one person bring that up. So let's make sure that continues. John, about an H, you're up.
Sure. Also on City of Southgate Workers and Jobs tab. And we are currently in the recruitment process for Deputy Director of Finance. And that one is going to close on January 2nd. So for those that are interested in finance, please look at that. We also have an intermediate clerk that we're recruiting for as well. In Parks and Rec, we have a lifeguard position. Please look at that. And then a record of 3 personal trainers. So those who are interested in personal training, please take a look at those great hourly positions within Parks and Rec. In Public Works, we're looking for a journeyman electrician. So somebody with that background would greatly appreciate them applying to good electricians. And finally, as always, in our police department, we're looking for good men and women to come and join our police force. We have recruit positions filled, we have lateral, and police officers, there's $15,000 to $20,000. So please take a look. With that, I'll ask you to please.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. Just to touch a little bit about what Steve said. The Patch the Trees made roughly $70,000 thanks to the generosity of our sponsors and everyone that participated in the bidding. And that money goes a long way for scholarships throughout this year. And we really appreciate your help and public help and our business communities. That's a success. Also at Police Navidad, we passed out at least 1,000 toys. I'm sorry, yeah, Police Navidad, we passed out about 1,000 toys. And then this past week on Friday and Saturday, Mrs. Claus here helped us out, delivered to like 75, 80 families. We do have more toys that we're going to be putting in police units, out on calls. When we see appropriate, we'll be passing out gifts to as many kids as we can. And then next week I'll be reaching out. We have 4 recipients of some grant funding that we'll be calling our council members to come help us with. It's a little bit of money to help 4 families, so we're expecting that midweek next week. Other than that, that's all I have.
Good, thank you. Mr. City Manager?
Certainly, thank you, Mayor. It's day 6 of my working life here, and I have to just give an update that I really enjoyed the time to get to know the community, get to know the events, all those events. Interesting week to be part of my boss, great things to see. I'm really getting to know the staff and meeting with directors and just seeing the talent and the energy that we have on staff, working with the council, just seeing that great spirit of working together. And so I'm really excited about the future, excited about the team we have, the community we have. So I'm looking forward to the new year with a new team to take on new things.
Thank you, and welcome aboard. We'll wait for Mr. City Attorney to come back. So let's go to the city clerk's office. Any announcements, one minute?
No, sir.
About this calling us about the schedule, the city hall schedule. When you go with both, you don't have things, you don't have information to catch up hard. You didn't study for the exam? Does anybody know? Okay, we'll get back. Do you know? Yes. You do? Okay, here we go. I apologize.
Yes, the City Hall will be closed officially Monday, I believe it's Christmas the 25th through that week. And then the following Monday, which is the 1st, is also closed. Monday the 1st is not service year, so we will be opening in Tuesday, January 2nd. So we will close. Our end of business will be on Thursday the 21st, I believe, December. And then we will be closed and reopen again on the morning of Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024.
And I'm assuming there's postings out there somewhere on the doors for people, especially those that might want to come in and pay bills and stuff.
Yeah, we're
and on our website, we have that information as well. If not, we would do that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, treasurer.
Nothing to report. Just want to wish everyone happy holidays, as I'll start taking time off early next week, try to stretch out, as much time with the kids as possible, so they'll be, home for the holidays as well.
Thank you. Councilmember Badon.
Thank you, Mayor Hurtado. Steve, I just want to, that guy, James, Steve, I want to just really commend you and your staff, and I know the public works staff that was out there as well for the Police Navidad event. There was just an amazing amount of things for them to do. The snow sledding was beyond anything I could have ever imagined for the kids to have. Really great idea. I know I need to be thanking Tina as well, because she does a lot of those ideas, bringing them up. But ultimately, it was a great event. Chief, your staff out there was amazing. I've never been so excited to see a swamp car in my life. The kids were jumping up and down and Santa coming in. A great job on stopping the Grinch from stealing Christmas. But I do want to ask a question, Chief. Did every kid in attendance receive a toy?
So the way it worked out was that when they first arrived, they got a wristband, and there were some kids that showed up late and didn't get a wristband. So we told them that if you got at the end of the line, once all the ones with the wristband who were diligent, got there on time, they got their gift. And we were able to hand some gifts out to the people that didn't get the toys. And we wanted to give them an opportunity to take a picture with Santa. We understand that sometimes there's going to be some people that show up late, so we try to accommodate as many as we can.
And I appreciate that. The only reason I bring it up was, there's always bad, information out there. People saying that, kids were, pushed away because they didn't have wristbands. But we had plenty of toys to pass out. We had enough toys for anybody who was there waiting in line still. And as much as people want to deter our city from, praising the efforts from all of our staff members, I'm very proud of what we did that day. And thank you for all your efforts and everything that your police department was doing out there. My daughter got a chance to be, Sophia got a chance to be out there passing out gifts to the kids as well. She had an amazing time. So really thank you for that, and your staff, amazing. And that's all I have, guys. And happy holidays for everybody. My daughter comes in from New York on Saturday, so I'm excited for that. And I'll have her here for a little bit over 3 weeks, so we want to do
Mayor, Councilwoman, that's going to be long thing, so Councilwoman,
Thank you. I think the gentleman that was here earlier basically said it very well. We are a team. And I can definitely say that the community is very blessed. Because our public works, our parks and rec, police department, our finance, even HR and community development play a vital role in making sure that a lot of these events, we put a lot of time into, and it's a lot of work. We do it for the community. We do it for the most treasured thing that we have, which is the children and the kids in our community. So thank you for the honor of your heart. You definitely warmed a lot of young hearts. Looking forward to seeing Santa come down. It didn't come down like that this time, but it's okay. It's the last time I ran out. But I was out and about. But it was nice to see just the sirens and everybody coming out for the Santa Claus, as well as for the parade. I think the attendance was really high in comparison to last year. I was able to see the Santa float coming down Southern on Saturday night with all the lights on. And then it hit me. Would have been nice to do it at night. But with the way my voice was and my health, I'm like, no, it's okay. I think the day is perfect. But I know that if we would have let it out, it really would have,
made a difference for the kids. So, I understand, let's keep our condition. It is a reasonable requirement. But I do want to thank all of you for the work that you put in, as well as the city, and everything that they do. And I'm glad to hear that it was, that we were able to raise 70,000, which that's definitely no wrong for our youth. I also want to let the community know that Northgate is going to be having a toy giveaway this Thursday from 2 to 5 at the Northgate store in Montgomery. I wasn't able to attend the Posada because I was representing the city at Southeast Water Coalition board, which we actually talked about the PFAS. I mentioned that Pico Rivera actually has purchased filters for the residents. And I guess that there was some kind of an issue. I already spoke to Rob about it, but I'm bringing it up here to see if we can look into it and see what we can do to get those filters for our community. I know the levels are not that high, but again, just being mindful and thinking forward while we're building our treatment plant for the PFAS and possibly looking into that and getting that so that we can improve the quality of the water, of our drinking water for the residents. Moving forward. Other than that, I want to wish everyone Feliz Navidad, a very Merry Christmas, and may the new year bring an abundance of good health to all of us. Love, and definitely a lot of peace, because of what's going on the other side of the world. But I did want to bring it up to this council because it's been asked of me where the council sits, or what the position of this council is when it comes to the war that's going on in Palestine. With the Stop with Palestine, with the Stop with Israel. I opted, there's no comment until we're able to discuss it. Whether it's in public or closed session, city attorney, maybe you can give us some guidance there. Just because I'm surrounded, some of our surrounding cities have been doing it, as well as other major cities in California.
Well, it's not on the agenda, so my comments have to be brief on that. What I'm finding out this dilemma is that it's a very complicated history with a significant number of layers of different perspectives that affect both the community of Israel and the community of the residents of Gaza. And where people got into trouble is that they tend to side with one side or the other side. Witness what's happening in the university presidents. And really the best thing that anybody can do is encourage people as a community to educate themselves. It's very easy for someone to take a stance on either side. And there's the other side saying, well, what about us? I think the best sage advice I can give to any resident is to inform yourself about the long history of the dispute and the different perspectives that are being offered right now by both sides. And make up your own choice about it. I think that's that. The other thing I would say is typically the action council business in the city. And on a holistic level, I guess you could say that what happens around the world impacts us. I would caution, I would urge caution on the council here because of the very complex nature of the issues involved.
I would completely concur with you because I think that we need to educate ourselves before we take any position on any of these matters. So thank you for the clarification.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I completely forgot to mention one thing too. It's really important for us to highlight this. If I may, on Saturday I was able to visit the YOLA, which is the Youth Orchestra of Los Angeles. It's an organization part of the LA Philharmonic. And two of our residents are members of that orchestra. Ana Rosa Vasquez and Lydia Vasquez. And now this organization, it teaches music to students throughout LA County at no cost to them. They just need to be able to get to the location where the training is. This orchestra group is part of the Torres Elementary in East Los Angeles. So we have 2 residents that travel there on an annual basis, do the classes, and they were able to perform beautifully on Saturday. This is an organization that's looking to expand, is looking to bring music to more cities. And one thing that, as I sat there, really touched me was hear the kids that look like me playing music. Normally, people like me don't listen to, and they were doing it beautifully. And I think it's something to really honor and respect. And hopefully, I've reached out to the directors and hopefully start a conversation with maybe Southgate be a future home for this orchestra. And I think with the help of these 2 students, and also Lydia and their stepmother, Miss Patty, who's actually works at the San Diego Elementary School, I think would be a great partnership for us to try to find, really ask for LAUSD to also contribute to them, because they're going to need space. And then, I know our park staff will do an amazing job if we make it work to have concerts that are good home. So I think it's a good idea. And with us being a few years away from the Cedar Coast Arts Center, I think this would be a good way for us to build that base that will eventually be housed at that location. So just wanted to point that out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Just indicated. During the parade, I guess the mayor has the opportunity to choose one of the participants. And one of the participants that I chose is a dance group that's here in Southgate. That obviously, trains the young ladies to do a lot of the dancing. And that was one of the conversations. But there's no theater in Southgate where we tap into performing arts, not only music but dance as well. So I'll be meeting with them probably next week. But I think I'm very much about the arts. If you know me, I love to dance. Even though my colleagues don't. But it's okay. So I look forward to hopefully we can collaborate to be able to bring some of the arts into our city. Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's right. Probably the city attorney will skip you because you were out and about.
I thank you very much. I have no update for you this morning.
Okay, well, thank you. Madam Vice Mayor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just very quick, and we will touch on the events that we've been participating throughout, first of all, throughout the year. We've been having wonderful events, for the centennial celebration. And I want to thank all staff for contributing, because it's, everybody has to do something with it. And I agree, one of the beauties that I loved was the Winter Wonderland. I think that was, it was such a great thing for the kids, that they got to play with snow, which a lot of our kids, they haven't seen snow and they don't know what it is. So they gave them the opportunity to experience. So my grandkids, they enjoyed it. My granddaughters, they really enjoyed it, and it was really nice. The whole event was it was beautiful. The lighting ceremony and also the Police Navidad. A lot of kids. We had a lot of families, and just taking the pictures with Santa, it was really beautiful. It was very beautiful to see so many families. Also, continue thanking the police department for the Santa Claus, the program that they've been having for years, and I believe they're going on their 20-some year. I don't know, I can't remember how long, but it's been going on for years. And thank you to to the POA, the PMA for, doing this year to year. And thank you, Chief, for supporting them, because, they really make a lot of our families happy. So it's always to see the families when they see Santa. But the one who stole, the whole show was the Grinch. No matter where we were, it was the Grinch. So I don't know about next year, no. No, but I think that, it's just bringing them a smile. So, congratulations, and thank you so much for continuing on doing those programs, which I think is wonderful. Patching up the trees. And there's so many other events that we really participate in, but I know it's getting a little late, and we all come to enjoy them and love being part of it. I just want to take this time and the opportunity to thank all of you for an amazing job that you all have been giving us to a beautiful city of South Bay. I mean, just making sure that everything gets done in South Bay. Every one of you who come every day to work, you're here to make sure that you are serving our community, and that is very appreciated. So I just want to thank you for everything that you guys do. To my colleagues, it's been an honor, being serving with you this year and all the years that we've been serving together. And I always have said it that it takes a good team to do what we do. And I think that we have a very good team working together, as long as we all continue working together, making sure that our families are getting the resources that they deserve, that they need. It's what we're looking for. But this year, we lost the city manager. We didn't lose him. He went back to retirement. Thank you, Chris Tilfers. But we got another great city manager, and welcome, to our city. And you have seen in this past 6 days that you've been with us, a little bit of what happens in South Bay. But looking forward to continue working with you, and we have a lot of good things going on here in South Bay, and a lot of great projects that we need to continue working on. Yeah, and Raul, thank you for continuing being with us. I think that you are part of the city, and you're part of the team. So with that, to all of you, to the families out there, and to all our residents, I just want to wish them a happy Merry Christmas and a wonderful Happy New Year, and looking forward for the next year. Thank you.
Thank you. When it comes to this time of year, we think of a lot of really good things that occur, but we also have to remember that our community lost a lot of important people to our community. I'll just mention two of them. Right? At the beginning of January, we lost Virginia Johnson, who was a big part of our city council. She was always considered the sixth councilman. Always had a lot of energy, a lot of good information to bring about. And then recently we lost our colleague, Mr. Billy Witt, who will forever be remembered. I think it was him who donated the wood to family, for this, so his name will always be part of this facility. We lost a lot of good people in the community, and we need to appreciate that we're still here, and we have the privilege and honor to know individuals like Virginia Johnson and Billy Witt. I think also it's important to recognize that this community has a lot of active people outside of this group here. And I think it's important to make sure that we thank them. We have a lot of youth programs out there, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the swim team, the JA that I'm part of, the AYSO. And let me be clear, I support all those non-profit organizations that provide a service free of cost, free of taxpayer money, amount of work that a volunteer has to do in order to get those programs going is phenomenal. And, you know, again, I think that it's important to recognize them. At some point, we say thank you for the service they provide. We also have a lot of other groups like the Chamber of Commerce, the 3 Mile Association, the Women's Club, the Multicultural Women's Club. We have the Rotary, we have the Kiwanis. I better say that one because my friend was right there in the audience, and we make a note of that. Of course, our city staff for all the wonderful work that they do. And again, there's other organizations. One of the problems with starting to mention some is we forget someone and just don't mention it, and you know, feelings are hurt. But believe me, this city works really close with a lot of these organizations, and we want to continue to do that. Yes, I attended the Posada, and I'm very proud of that one because my wife had a lot to do with that one. She brought that to my attention. I had no idea what the procession was. I had to look it up, and with the work of the 3 Mile Association, mainly Sylvia Massachusetts, a friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, and the city staff, we got that going along with St. Helens. So I'm grateful that continues. That tradition was brought back. Having the trees was amazing, good job there. The parade, it was the feeling, the reception. I'm sure I wasn't the only one, but I had a lot of, especially the little kids, Coach Gill, you know, and just go on the whole time. And even some older people that I happened to coach, you know, you see Joshua Brown here, and you saw Lady Jimenez earlier, coached 3 years ago. And it's a great feeling to see a lot of people be very receptive to this council, because I'm sure I was not the only one getting a lot of praise along the path. And this community, the vast majority of the community, we're going to have those that have hatred in them. You know, I say prayers for them more than anything else because they're going to need that. They got to get rid of that hatred. Mr. Rodriguez mentioned a couple of things with the cameras. You know, I've had conversations with him. You know, I think Mr. Delabazzi does a really good job of having the system here. And maybe we can look at something like that that is not that expensive and easy for city clerk staff to operate. I hate to give you a this in the word, but something has to do with that. But yeah, I think there's an opportunity there, so I don't want to give up on that. The other system just seems a little bit more than I considered. He also mentioned also about a lot of misinformation that's out there. I got kind of that has to be addressed. I know that we have a lot of activities that are going on. Just recently we had a tree trimming. It's going on continuously. And staff, what they do is they notify residents, don't park here between these hours and these hours on this day because tree trimming. And Councilman Barone decided to do the good thing, which is to notify residents, hey, if you're parked, you will have your vehicle towed away. Please move because they're trimming trees. And somebody with, I guess, decided to call him a corrupt council member or call him the PD or the tow truck because he was parked in front of his house. Seriously, is that what it comes down to? So this is what I think I really am going to push for us to have an addition to our website, like the city of Paramount and the city of Torrance. They have a rumors page, back in the page. I got to tell you, I've taken a look at them, and they address this misinformation that's out there. Since we can't, look, I get it. I've said it before. I support everybody's freedom to speak. Lying is not against the law. Sadly, it's protected by the Constitution. And so the only thing we can really do is really counter and address the misinformation that's out there. So I'm glad that Mr. Dominguez is on our side. And this one, even though there's colorful language that he uses in that, he has a right to do that. But I really think that we need to start properly informing people, and I'll tell you why I say that. At some point, we need to address the sewer. At some point, we need to address the street light and landscaping fund. And the only way to do that is to properly informing people as to how those funds have not been updated in a long, long time. And if we continue on that path, we're going to continue to have to subsidize them by using general fund money. And so, in order to get that message out, people need to be properly informed. And I can hear it all the don't raise your taxes. And there's no mismanagement with people. We have an amazing staff that works to make sure that our finances are handled properly. We have an amazing city treasurer here that follows up on these things and helps out. There's no mismanagement going on here. But these are the things that tell us that we don't have. These personal attacks here at council meetings, you want to do that, you have your 3 minutes, go ahead. I think people will judge the comments that are being made more than they are expressed. And, you know, I don't want to get into a back and forth with any of the people, but at some point I'm going to address my feeling as to why these are happening. And some people are not going to like it. But it is what it is. Truth is truth. Even if nobody believes it. And a lie is a lie. Even if everybody believes it. Sorry, that's just the fact. With that being said, I do want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever celebrations people do. You know, I hope everybody enjoys time with their family. Take care of your loved ones. You know, things we never know when our time will come. And it's pretty scary. Take care of your health. You know, listen to your body. I had mentioned this before, but my wife had a kidney stone and got infected, and she developed sepsis, which is a very dangerous thing to have. And they had her 4 days with IV, taking antibiotics through the IV. And then when that kind of sort of calmed down, they gave her 14 days of antibiotics. And she just really recently had the kidney stone removed. It was about, it's not, I call it older, it was a third of an inch big. Means past that, and so surgery was done. But again, I mentioned that because I think, you know, a lot of times we take things for granted. We start feeling like maybe we think it's nothing. Check yourself out. Go to the doctor. And you know, take care of your loved ones. With that, let's move on to the next item. We're on consent items.
1, 2, 3, consent items.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So let me open this up to the two items first.
Mr. Dominguez?
Okay, so I want to hit on one. So we're going to enter year 3 of this disaster for Urban Orchard Park. 2024 is going to mark the 3-year time span of this disaster here that we've undertaken with this park. So I have a couple of questions here. One, for Mr. Salinas. So Mr. Salinas, you know, you had the case last time around with the MR development. Can you, elaborate and give us some information about the settlement? You know, did they change? Are we still in litigation with these people? And you could just give me some indication as to when this thing's going to wrap up. I appreciate it. And the dollar amount. You know, Chicken Buckley made an excellent point last time around. We don't know how much we're going to pay for this sucker, so I'd like to know. And then for Mr. Cervantes, okay, so can you give us an indication as to when this LA County organization, agency is going to say, hey, we're going to give you guys a green light to resume construction and build your park? What's going to happen with that on that point? If you can let me know, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Buckley?
Buckley. I noticed on item number 2, some significant losses. Does this affect our predicted deficit that we talked about future? Is this, and we just heard the newly appointed mayor, speaking about sewage, and it pertains to all our members, I would say, in regards to finance. How are we looking? Do you get an update on doing the deficit, that's becoming about the future? That's all, thank you.
No one else.
I'm opposed to Zoom portion. Members of the audience here, the council. See no one, I'm opposed to that portion. Anybody want to address those, please?
Yeah, on the question by Mr. Dominguez about city settlement, we did settle, we did enter into an agreement last week with NR Development. They are required to deliver dirt back to the city at a predetermined location. It'll be about 900 truckloads of dirt. On doing that, the city will release about $650,000. Not about, I don't need that, using grant funds, not from our city's general fund.
Yes, Mayor, I can address the question with regards to progress with the county and the possible schedule. So we have made some meaningful progress with the county. There's two major approvals that we got some time ago. One was the approval of the work plan of interim control measures that allowed for about $3 million of continued work, construction work, which we've since started and are completing, substantially completing next month. Within the last 2 months, we're focusing on some referral work. With regards to what we need to get approval, as a first step, we needed to conduct soil sampling and testing for methane, and as of this month, we will complete that. So we plan to submit a report to the county either later in December or early in January. Once we submit that report, we will then have information from the county on whether they will approve an issue or permit or give us an additional comments or conditions. So until we submit the report and we hear from the county, we're really not sure what to expect. If it's favorable and we get an approval from the county, we could possibly be starting construction on the project again sometime by summer and complete it by the end of the year. So that's where we stand with the project.
Yes. Just to add to that, can you also speak that during this time, it's not like we have not been working at any functions or any construction there. There has been projects that the county has allowed us to do, and that's what we've been doing in the meantime.
Yes, ultimately with the county's interruption of the project and the cease and desist order, we ended up having, in essence, to break up the project in 3 construction phases. The first construction phase is what we completed up to what the county, where the county stopped work. The second construction phase, which is under construction now, has a program of improvements worth about $3 billion. Those have been under construction for the last few months and they're being completed this month. There's some electrical lighting improvements that we're getting close to because of procurements, receiving material. So the lighting in the park will likely go up by February. And by then we should know where we stand with the county and start preparing for that 3rd phase of construction. So we have done a substantial amount of work in $3 million worth of work.
Thank you. I just wanted to point that out because I don't want the audience to feel or the residents to feel that nothing is happening. We are working there, we're doing what we can, all we can, and that is why it's important to maintain status of the emergency status for the election so that we can get work done when we need to get done without having to come back to council for approval.
Yes. Thank you.
Any other wishes?
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion, second, roll call please.
Councilmember Butler.
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts. Yes. Councilmember Wilson Steve. Vice Mayor Butler. Yes. And Mayor Butler.
Voting yes, 2 and 3, I'm accusing myself from item number 1. I did,
Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry to ask this, but there was a question that was brought up regarding finance. Finance director was ready to respond to it. Would it be okay to still allow it in the work?
Yeah.
I think Mr. Doctor had a question about item number 2, the investment report, and I believe the statement or question was regarding the monies that we have invested in PAC, our deficit or something to that effect. And I can just assure you that what we are doing with LAIF, which is the Local Agency Investment Fund, you can go to their website and see that there are about 2,800 cities that are in this combined pool, so it really helps us to have a larger, major portfolio when it comes to investing. So in part of this investor report, you can see that we had $900,000 in interest earnings for this last quarter, which has moved up from $730 in the prior quarter. So as far as what LAIF is doing on behalf of the city of Southgate, we're seeing that it's trending in a positive manner. If there is any time that the city needed to withdraw part of being with LAIF, there's an immediate withdrawal. It's not like they're holding those funds over our head. He also, I think there was a statement about the structural deficit. That would be more of a budget matter. So when it comes to that, we're looking at revenues and expenditures and what the revenues that we're bringing in, and then match them up to the expenditures. So where that deficit becomes, I guess we're documenting it is to say if everything were to stay the same, revenues and expenditures, and nothing changes, we are seeing that the expenditures are higher. And I think Mr. Jefferson pointed out before in a couple meetings ago that that's not where we would pay bills. We wouldn't at that point write checks. So we're working with current city manager Houston to look at that deficit and come up with ways to remedy that.
Yeah, and I think we've covered that quite a bit. I think over the last few years, in the budget sessions, I have pointed out the sewer fund, I have pointed out the street light and management fund, and my colleagues have been very supportive. Every year, that structural deficit on that is just getting worse. And it has nothing to do with mismanagement, it has to do with the cost of operating those things go up, just like everything else. And I think one of the budgets, I think, is the sewer fund has not been changed since about 2010. And now the debt is that much higher than what we're collecting. And the idea in the presentation that Mr. Cervantes made is that we had a couple of options. And even increasing it to the highest level that was presented, we would still be among the lowest in the Southeast region. And the interpretation that was put out there on social media was that it was to balance our mismanaged fund, and that's just nonsense. It's not true. And the same goes for the street light and landscaping fund. That one, I believe, has not changed since roughly 2002, 2003, something like that, or even worse than that.
About 30 years.
About 30 years. And so if anybody's out there that's conducting business and you're having the same budget that you had, you're working with the same numbers that you did 30 years ago, you'd be in the same boat. And so we have definitely got to look at that, address it, but we need to properly inform people and not allow one of two things. It's either the people posting the negative side, either just are not understanding, which is bad enough, but it's deliberate, that's even worse. And I hope that we take the proper steps to do it the right way, inform people, let them know this is where we are, but it has nothing to do with mismanagement. It's just simply the cost of doing business has changed in 30 years. That being said, thank you for bringing that up. So anyhow, we're all at item number 4.
Item 4, the City Council will consider approving the warrants for December 12, 2023. Right, total.
Mr. Hoover.
Right, total $6,806,060.68.
I apologize, first, I hit a donut earlier and I'm looking at it, so I'm trying to rush through. So I apologize for jumping in.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to go ahead and take this time to open up to any member in the Zoom audience. If you have a question around water management.
Mr. Buckley?
Thomas Buckley. We just heard the mayor speak about, your strategies, I guess that's the thing, I'm curious to apply to this as well. Looking at the different budgets here. And I think it just concerns me because if that's what we're doing, then that thinks of complacency. And that complacency, then definitely have to be mentioned. So I hope I will keep speaking about these numbers that I've seen here on this item. I always bring out like energy development, which we see here. And that always concerns me as well. But I just don't want the town to be afraid of people speaking out about numbers and being concerned about that. I think that, when I speak up the Senate for my rights, I'm saying that for others as well. It's not about whether to, rich versus poor man versus whatever. It's not. We need people holding our government accountable. And I think that we, the people, are not allowed to express our opinions about financial accountability. And this isn't really our country, it's not really our city. So I think one day we'll have council members in the mayor who will listen to the community rather than criticize the voters for having opinions about their elected officials. Thank you.
Thank you.
No one else?
Anyone?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Trick Daddy?
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Am I on?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hi. How you people doing today? Well, this is the anniversary of the Southgate City Council, including the new mayor, who violated the Brown Act. This is the anniversary where I successfully pointed it out that you were violating the people's rights of transparency for years. So I pointed it out and, correctly started giving people input.
Mr. Nava, I need to catch up because the item that's before the city council is limited to the one, right? So if you'd like to address that, you can speak to that.
Are you part of the legislative data over there?
Mr. McConnell, comments to the agenda item.
I'm wondering why are you interrupting me? Are you part of the legislative bias? Under what authority do you interrupt me?
Under the Brown Act.
Under the Brown Act? What specific portion of the Brown Act? Because you stated before you serve as an advisory role, so.
I'm sorry, this meeting is going to be conducted in the most proper way by law, and we are talking about the budget, so.
Well, I am talking about it, I'm talking about the history of the warrant, why we're here today, and I'm gonna comment on it right now. So stop interrupting me and violating my.
Please proceed with the comment.
Can I continue?
Your clock is running.
Okay, thank you. So on the warrants, I see something here for cloud storage. Now, the mayor has a history of having photos of little girls, so what are you going to be using that to store photos of other little girls? Can somebody answer that for me? And I look on here, I don't see anything for, why are we still buying water? Why don't you guys drink the water here in Southgate? Why is there pouring things on here for bottled water? $600, $400, over $1,000 on bottled water? Why can't you drink the city water? Something wrong with it? Nobody likes manganese in the water, or groundwater? Southgate tea? Can you answer why we're buying bottled water for people? Also, on that cloud storage, are you using it to store podcast episodes also? Can you answer that question? There's a very popular podcast out there. It's actually mine. But I wonder if you store those episodes on there. And yeah, this is the anniversary of me pointing out you guys violated the Brown Act, and I know you guys don't like it, but it's true. congratulations, Mr. Mayor. It's going to be a fun year for you.
Thank you. Now, he's still got to be 30 seconds, let him go.
Mr. Dominguez?
All right, here we go. So yeah, like I was saying, Mr. State, you're the mayor, I'm gonna shut this asshole whenever he starts melting out like that, and then getting out talking. And that is your job. You're the city attorney, you gotta drop the hammer on this son of a bitch here. And I wanna say to the chief, look, I'm gonna be in.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dominguez. Mr. Dominguez.
I don't want to be on that, I just wanna walk him up and.
Mr. Dominguez, I'm gonna be fair to everybody, and I appreciate your support, but please restrict your comments to the item, which is the budget, and the warrants, I'm sorry.
No, that's it, that's all I have, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your comment.
Fuck Mr. Mussolini.
Any other?
No.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Before I bring it back to the council, I just do want to point out that for this year, acting as a city auditor, it was an eye-opener for me. It was a great way for me to get introduced to the city government and what we do and how we maneuver money to make our city run the way it does. So thank you very much, Pilar, for appointing me to the city auditor. But I also want to point out, and there was a comment earlier regarding the chief. But I really want to thank the chief. In reviewing a lot of these financials, I see so much training that we send our officers to. Different classes, different training for them to improve themselves and to also be mindful of their mental health and their well-being. So I just really want to really say thank you, Chief, for making training a priority. And when I see those items coming from him, it is something that brings a smile on my face because I see that we're taking the initiative to prepare our staff to be our future leaders in that department. So thank you very much for that. Council, what are your issues? All right, I'll go to the audience here. Seeing nobody, thank you very much.
I have a question just for clarification.
Yes.
I know normally our budget is about 2 or 3 million.
Right.
And I noticed it's 6 million. So you can just give us an explanation as to why the huge jump?
So we do have a lot of larger bills. We worked on the Hawkins tank reservoir restoration, which is over almost 700,000. And just overall with a lot of our payments that go to the Internal Revenue Service and all that, it has gone up. And we also have payments made out to our development for work that's being completed in our community, Hollywood Community Park. So it's just what we pay. It's the end of the year. We're making our payments out, and we're doing it in a very transparent way. And I'm very proud of this process. And thank you for the finance department, for the administrative department, for always being able to do my questions. Thank you.
So then I'd like to make a motion to approve the warrants.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Burrow,
Yes.
Councilman Raphael,
Yes.
Councilman Rios excused, Vice Mayor Davila,
Yes.
and Mayor Hurtado.
Yes, and look, I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page on this. Our job here is to respond to members of the community when they call them. I would encourage everybody to take notes or to speak on something that pertains to the subject matter. Let's make sure that we respond to them. But I'm also going to encourage everyone to ignore the nonsense. If you have some comments that are just ridiculous, off the cuff, just ignore that. You don't have to respond to that. Okay, if I choose to do that, I'll do it in my time, in my way. Don't let these people come into this nonsense. Okay, thank you. Take notes, respond to people, ignore those that have absolutely nothing to do with our business at hand. Okay. With that, I think that's it, right? Motion to adjourn.
Mr.
Yes.
Mayor, who can adjourn the memorial of the gentleman, the 15th of the stop this meeting? Very traffic. It was on Tuesday. It was adjourned. I'm not sure, but it will be.
Okay, with that, yes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you so much.